Inside this month of August this year, we see also cross-session of parliamentarians may vote for the constitutional amendment bill, where some parliamentarians from the opposition All People's Congress Party will walk out of the well of parliament after a very long debate. And this don't cause serious debate from political parties them and citizens themselves don raise serious concern. Boost Media Network bin get an interview with Thomas Mokonte, wey na the executive director for Citizens Advocacy Network. Osai e confirm say the network don schedule a peaceful protest on the 26th day of August this year. E bin also say the protest na a way for call on the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone in attention for make e no sign the constitutional amendment bill until parliamentarians dem do the right thing at parliament. As e say, the constitutional amendment bill na a very important document na the country wey people no for joke with. E bin also say the network don write to the Sierra Leone Police for help them with security so that people wey no concern the protest no go come and cause violence. E end up call on Sierra Leoneans them for come and join the protest.
Me and Thomas Mokonte, me and the executive director of Citizens Advocacy Network. Yes, we write a formal letter to the Inspector General of Police, notifying the police of the intention for undertake a peaceful, lawful procession to State House for and on behalf of the people of this country on account of issues them we have to do with the constitutional amendment we don't take place in Parliament and the controversy we don't surround the entire process. The said protest we want to do and for express with disapproval to the president or the fountain of honor for make it known say citizens now appreciate the manner in which Parliament will handle the entire constitutional amendment process, especially the area of do with the pattern of voting, where the provisions of the laws, the 1991 Constitution, Section 108, subsection 2B, clearly spell out the mode of voting in an instance wherein we want to pass an act, one will pass a bill into law, we have the constitutional amendment. The provision in the law we are just going to say, for make we will get an amendment of the constitution, there needs to be 2/3 of the membership of parliament for vote in favor of that particular decision. And the parliament will get this current parliament in its current state gets 149 members of parliament in total. 149 members of parliament in total, 2/3 of that number will be not less than 2/3 of that number will be 100, at least 100 parliamentarians. That threshold in itself will put them very high because for change the constitution, for amend the constitution, are a very serious matter because the constitution is either the gun either the document where they guide the operations of the state. And the constitution make provision for the establishment of different organs of government, and make provision for the office of the president, the executive, and make provision for the office of the speaker and all members of parliament within the legislature. And this constitution make provision for the chief justice in office and the judiciary. And this constitution then they give rights and then they also give responsibilities to citizens. In an event there is a need for change the constitutional provisions, this law say for make una do that una need to get 2/3 majority, not less than 2/3 majority on the membership of parliament. So for now we dey a country broad daylight, we see the provisions of the law be violated. We see with parliamentarians they go about to bulldoze their way. They use force for ensure that they pass this bill by all means. And we feel say that is wrong. For over 25 years, this country don't make strides for amending this constitution, this one constitution, this 1991 constitution. This process starts from Bakaba in days. Bakaba try, he stopped, he never stop. The He handed over to President Ernest Kumar. President Ernest Kumar tried, he stopped presiding Houston. He come, President Biodun can take over. President Biodun get the golden opportunity to take am to the level he take am. At the highest level is to never reach for make a reach parliament, then debate am and vote on the decision whether for amend or not. Why we don't follow the laws? Why we don't respect the constitution? We don't provide say now one third of the members of parliament for able to determine how the law will pass. Why they for circumvent the law? The laws are very clear and very simple, plain in daylight. So that is why we have written a formal letter to the IGP for expressing concerns here so, and for informing that we want for march peacefully to the office of the president in our state house, for inform the presidency we disapprove of what happened in parliament, and for appeal to the president, make a law put in signature by that bill, the way not to law. Because mark you, the bill not to law it until the president sign am, approve am, not to law it. That is why we want for see the president. And Papa, and the father of the nation, the fountain of honor. We are not going there to accuse, to abuse. We are not going there to cause havoc. We are not going there to create any thing really outside of the law. But if we say they within the right. And let me say this, protest or procession or demonstration are fundamental rights of every citizen. Citizens they get the right for protest. In an instance where they feel say things they know they go on will not satisfy with. The provisions of the Constitution 1991. If you look at chapter 3 of the 1991 Constitution, they speak elaborately on a number of rights that we citizens get, human rights. And amongst the human rights again, the right to assembly, the right to freedom of expression. Now one a few are some of the rights that are inside the Constitution of Sierra Leone. The same constitution they are mentioned. And also for letting the Constitution get that kind of weight, for the Constitution also give for let the constitutional provision we give right to citizens take effect enough. They design for make wetin dey refer to as the 1965 Public Order Act. You look at them, the 1965 Public Order Act they give right to citizens them for and undertake a protest. But wetin the law say in that act? Section 17, subsection 1 say any citizen or any group of citizens wey intend to undertake a procession or a protest for do so by notifying the police. Notify. The operative word here is notify. Notify the police of such an intention, because if you fail from that, you don't commit an offense. So that is in line with that particular provision. And the Citizens Advocacy Network write letter to the IGP of police. Because the issue, the debates don't Boku people don't write position papers. Boku people don't talk a lot about this. If we say we can take a pragmatic step further for able to engage and make sure say we go to the president and make abuse them. That man is we make write a letter to the IGP. Requesting security for go about the protest. What we don't do in that letter right is to indicate the date we want for attend this protest, whether the 26th of this month, Wednesday, next week Wednesday. For indicate the reason why we want for attend the protest, whether the reason why I explain this now, because of the infraction of the constitution. Therefore indicate the areas them overuse so that they will know, because vehicular movements therefore take place, they will not affect people when they go about the normal businesses. They will not let nobody not come inside the crowd who will rip out for can cause havoc. Then nobody not can create problem with orderly. Then make we need for inform the police. The police will get a duty. Then part of the bargain is to now call we, then we sit down and discuss, and then get the pathway as to how they will provide you security based on the number of people who count out and the we use. So that is where we are currently, and that is what we hope that we will achieve eventually. Another decision when parliamentarians they take, if we say very, very much unlawful. It was unlawful because it was not the parliament, it was not the full composition of parliament that actually took the decision. And that even the voting pattern they use was a pattern where not prescribed by law. The voting pattern for being a vote where you will get head count, and then at the end of the day you will determine voting at the two-thirds, whether it meets two-thirds of the members of parliament. That is the constitutional provision. That's the legal requirement which has not been complied with. And then go ahead for say this bill will not pass parliament. So to me, it's not a matter of whether APC left power or APC be left or Even if APC be If APC not be vote, it's still no for it still change anything because the vote the law not say if somebody left then the voting can continue without the people dem or if people dem decide the voting can no wetin the law say two-thirds majority. Two-thirds majority of 149 members of parliament and we forget at least 100 members of parliament. So the question you ask now is was there up to 100 members of parliament who voted for this bill for making it pass into law? 100 members of parliament can give their approval for this bill going to law? No. Even when the person argue say there are members of parliament wey decide they not still reach 100. They say that less than 94 people that they agree say let the bill pass into parliament. The reason why the constitution make provisions in one term and we don't say this law na because for tamper with the constitution for change any letters in the constitution na a very big deal. The constitution na the biggest document and the most secret document in the country than any country. Without a constitution, this country will be like any jungle. Anybody can wake up in the morning, go take you, put inside your hostel and make schools. And there will be no judiciary for the time. Anybody can grab in the morning, he cut your neck. No judiciary not will for the time. Somebody can go and do anything, it will go scot-free. Anybody can grab and wake up on the same like the president of Sierra Leone. Nothing will be done against him because there is no constitution. When the constitution is suspended, when the constitution gets problem, society will be governed by decrees. And that's not the kind of country this way, it's a democratic country. You see when the John Tanaki take over they suspend the constitution, and the time of human rights abuse will take place, after the king, that tells you the secrecy of the constitution. It tells you the power of the constitution. So that is why for make you amend them, the constitution say you forget two-thirds. Two-thirds you forget in this current parliament, you forget up to 100 parliamentarians. At least not less than two-thirds, you forget up to 100 parliamentarians. So to us, we don't still get it up to 100 parliamentarians and we agree see this law for pass that parliament. So why the bill for common parliament and go to president? Either we go to president for ask and for appeal to for foreign food as a fountain of honor, not for pass by signature the bill. Let the bill go back to parliament. Let the parliamentarians go back and take responsibility. Let them go and do the right thing. Then are the people, then are the representatives of every Sierra Leone in this country. Parliaments are the melting pot. Who say Sierra Leoneans they are across the board represented. Every constituency, every community will be represented within parliament. Because before now, all people in the community they can sit and be cut by for discuss issues about their welfare. But because the society don't grow and with civilization, you see as you know get few people who identify in different constituencies, communities who represent all the constituencies and so. So then people in the parliament they embody the aspirations of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that they represent from their constituencies. So their voices very they matter. And if we for change the constitution, because we all know this parliament for decide what you want inside the parliamentarians will be responsible enough for able to follow the laws that we provide for that kind of processes. In an instance where they fail, we on duty as human rights activists and civil rights activists is to call them to order and to engage the authorities and the president for make sure say it do the needful. Let not partake in changing the constitution unduly because the provisions of the law also make it clear that anybody will try for alter or change any provision of the constitution unduly the committee. Yeah, well, protest now, like I said this now, protest now a fundamental right. We can write letters, but we're not going to get effective for it. What we want for let we do as Citizens Advocacy Network and as the representatives of the people of this country, and for many presidency waits. Let the presidency and bang with the eye. Let the international community, everybody say and bang and let them give you the opportunity, let them see the hundreds of thousands of people who will troop out. For can show the presidency, not put your signature on this bill. We want to let the presidency empirical evidence. Because if you write letter and you say, I don't know, and just enter the office, AC the blood, and just write letter and when they talk nonsense. But when they see the people physical, see life and blood, see people maybe seen as Sierra Leoneans, when they vote for the president, they march majestically, peacefully, with placards, marching to the state house, when at the seat of power, when they will make for president and for the book. We'll meet the president with position paper only. That's a well-crafted position paper. We don't detail reasons why we say president not for sign this bill. This protest is open to any Sierra Leone who feels strongly that wetin don happen at parliament no good. This protest open to any Sierra Leonean wey want this country a better one. This protest open to any Sierra Leonean wey believe in the principles of democracy. This protest get for do with everybody in this country, because the constitution wey we dey talk about na im dey determine wetin get for happen in this country. Na im go determine whether we get sound health system, na im go determine whether we get solar electricity system, na im go determine the economy, na im go determine the kind of leaders wey we get, na im go determine the kind of life wey we live, na im go determine the rights dem wey we get, whether dem go be respected, na im go also put we, na im go give we responsibilities dem for execute. So to we, this protest, this procession wey we with every citizen, we with even the police, because before somebody be police, he was a citizen and a civilian before. Before somebody be soldier man, I be a citizen and a civilian. And these issues wey we talk about, when they actually wear uniform, when they actually you're a lawyer, whether you're a journalist, whether you're a banker, when the law ban, it dey affect we all. When we begin the game in this country, when them done the game, when you go done, when it's so bad, the game won't lead to the death of thousands of Sierra Leoneans. Pikin dem wey dey cut pikin dem hand dem, dey plait belle woman belle, dem burn houses. Some of us we are young at the time, at that young tender age, were subjected to the peril, to the hardship of war. We get calls for a run from one community to the other and displacement. That might be an issue wey come as a result of disgruntlement. When the war done, when dem go into investigating wetin cause the war, the TRC report dey show clearly that the people wey can cause this, wey do this war, dem ground say dem do the war because one, dem no be dey aim for speak their minds. When dem talk, either dem kill dem, dem arrest dem, or dem lock dem up. The institutions dem don become lame dogs. Dem dey work for the government of the day, police, the judiciary, and the parliament, and all sectors dem don fail. People have lost faith in every sector. They don't even get trust in going to police again. They don't get trust for going to the judiciary again. They don't get trust in no system. Wetin dem resort to for go to bush, take gun, calm down, na the job, cause havoc. After that, when you look into all the issues, you can say the police and one of the people very responsible. We don't like the police, they inform me, then they call me 2 days after we write them, inviting me to a meeting. Well, the person will call me an anonymous call, I say na police. But we never sabi that police officer, I've never met him, I've never known him before. So what we did was to tell him that we appreciate the call we call, but let him send a formal letter inviting us to the meeting. Because this day of social media, what people they do a lot of shenanigans on social media. The person will say they're not even police officer, they call you at a time. The person will say that just someone who just take for one for the mischief. So, but if we write a formal letter to the police informing them that we want to undertake a protest, the best and most ideal thing for the ethical thing for them was to write a letter to us, invite us to the meeting. With the letter of the police, then we will make ourselves available. So they will say we'll get back to you. We won't be hearing from them. We hope say they will get back to me on this matter, and then we won't forget that pathway to this. Get back to the media. We have a well thought out plan, all day within the laws. We will not violate any law. The police not give clearance, we will take the next step. We get plan A, B, C, D. We prepared for every scenario. If the police don't give you clearance, if the police refuse to provide security, go to clearance them. We don't need clearance from them. What we need from them is the security we need from them. If they fail for providing security in the salary, what we will do is we will get back to the media and tell them the next line of action we take. We will assure them that this is something we will continue to push. We will push out to a logical conclusion, because this is not just for CAN, it is for this country. There needs to be a situation wherein citizens of this country will put this country first above their personal interests. This country blessed so much. This country gets so much mineral resources. In most countries don't get a pass-through yet. Why we still live at the backboners? And because we always settle for less. We always left for case to God. We always believe, say, this TRC, we all left to God. And so God say, hey, you cannot fight government. It's not a matter of fighting government. It's a matter of asking for the right thing to be done. We're not fighting. We're not stone. We're not getting anything around them. We just ask that let the right thing be done. We ask the president to Papa for them not sign this bill into law. That's all we're asking for. The message we will add to all to us is that Sierra Leoneans are very positive. We visit Sierra Leoneans are decent, civilized people. We very peaceful and they also conduct themselves in a manner way befitting of civilized society. The idea we will get over time that Sierra Leoneans is able to be very civilized for it will carry out a protest without much incident is wrong, it's an embarrassment. This is an opportunity for let citizens of this country manifest to the entire public, the entire world, that Sierra Leoneans are decent people by way of coming out on a day to work schedule for make sure say they in their numbers and they will march majestically in peace and with style and grace to the president in office and ask that the president not put this bill, not sign this bill into law. Because signing this bill into law, it will not erode whatever gains President Bureau make in trying to amend this bill. This is not a golden opportunity wey President Bureau and the government get for go down the annals of history as the president and the government will succeed for make this bill, for make them change the for amend the constitution. Mark you, two past government are not tried, they're not able to do that. If we able to do this, na a big plus for am and the government. But with in the current state wey dey, if you go and sign am, you don't mess up everything. It means you don't be complicit. It means you don't support the idea of disregarding the constitution. In the long run, this is what will be used to actually judge him as a leader. We no want time for that. We will say we want for ground protest and for meet am. Now we are the one that will elect this country. Now we are the one that will elect president Bio. Now we are the one that will tell am the truth. Not only are the sycophant them. Not only are the one that will label electoral. Not only are the one that will look am and the one thing that happen will tell us say, Mr. President, this is the right thing. Don't even consider them. No. Now we are the one that we believe say this country we get hope in this country, we get faith in this country. So now when we not go out for cause any problem, we not go out for disturb the peace, everything will go very well. People that will go in their businesses and will go and get this procession. We don't get any specific color yet. If we get specific color in the future, we'll make the people know. But we really suggest at this moment, if you're not soldier man, wear your soldier man uniform. If you're not police, wear your police uniform. If you're not journalist, by all means, wear your journalist and dress and get you a recorder. You're a lawyer, dress in your capacity as a lawyer. You're a medical doctor, dress that way. You're a Okada man, dress like Okada man. You're a driver, make it a show. Just come. Let we see, let this possession get style. It will appear with style. So that when the people really out of this country see, they will use this as a model for protest in parts of Africa and in fact the world. We will not set a very good blueprint for how citizens they will able to express their views without resorting to barbarism.
For Boost Media Network News, Mina Aissatou Smile Sise.